With the care that characterizes corporations when they are systematically conducted, Mr. Morehouse's letter was numbered, okayed, and started through the regular channels. Duplicate copies of the bill of lading, manifest, Flannery's receipt for the package, and several other pertinent papers were pinned to the letter, and they were passed to the head of the Tariff Department. The head of the Tariff Department put his feet on his desk and yawned. He looked through the papers carelessly. "Miss Kane," he said to a stenographer, "take this letter. Agent Westcott, N.J., please advise why consignment referred to in attached papers was refused domestic pet rates." Miss Kane made a series of curves and angles on her notebook and waited with pencil poised. The head of the department looked at the papers again. Guinea pigs," he said. "Probably starved to death by this time. Add this to that letter. Give condition of consignment at present." He tossed the papers on to the stenographer's desk, took his feet from his own desk, and went out to lunch. When Mike Flannery received the letter, he scratched his head. "Give present condition," he repeated thoughtfully. "Now, what do them clerks be wantin' to know, I wonder? Present condition is that them pigs, praise St. Patrick, do be in good health, so far as I know, but I never was no veterinary surgeon to dago pigs. Maybe them clerks wants me to call in the pig doctor and have their pulses took. One thing I do know, however, which is their glorious appetites for pigs of their soys. They'd ate the brass padlocks off a barn door, if the paddy pig, by the same token, ate as hearty as these dago pigs do. There'd be a famine in Ireland." To assure himself that his report would be up to date, Flannery went to the rear of the office and looked into the cage. The pigs had been transferred to a larger box, a dry goods box. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, he counted. 7 spotted and 1 all black. All well and 'arty, and all eatin' like ragin' hippopotamuses. He went back to his desk and wrote. "Mr. Morgan, head of Tariff Department," he wrote. "Why do I say dago pigs is pigs? Because they is pigs, and will be till you say they ain't, which is what the rule book says. Stop jollying me, you know it is as well as I do. As to health, they are all well, and hoping you are the same. P.S. There are 8 now, the family increased, all good eaters. P.S. I paid out so far $2 for cabbage, which they like. Shall I put in bill for same what?" Morgan, head of the Tariff Department, when he received this letter, laughed. He read it again and became serious. "By George," he said, "Flannery is right. Pigs is pigs. I'll have to get authority on this thing. Meanwhile, Miss Kane, take this letter. Agent Westcott, N.J., regarding shipment guinea pigs. File number A6754, Rule 83, General Instruction to Agents, clearly states that agents shall collect from consignee all costs of provender, etc., etc., required for livestock while in transit or storage. You will proceed to collect same from consignee." Flannery received this letter next morning, and when he read it he grinned. "Proceed to collect," he said softly. "How them clerks do like to be talkin'. Me proceed to collect $2.24 off Mr. Morehouse. I wonder do them clerks know Mr. Morehouse? I'll get it. Oh, yes. Mr. Morehouse, 2 1/4, please. Certainly, my dear Flannery. Delighted. Not." Flannery drove the express wagon to Mr. Morehouse's door. Mr. Morehouse answered the bell. "Aha!" he cried as soon as he saw it was Flannery. "So you've come to your senses at last, have you? I thought you would. Bring the box in." "I have no box," said Flannery coldly. "I have a bill agin Mr. John C. Morehouse for $2.25 for cabbages eaten by his dago pigs. Would you wish to pay it?" "Pay cabbages!" gasped Mr. Morehouse. "Do you mean to say that 2 little guinea pigs—" "8," said Flannery. "Papa and Mama and the 6 children. 8." For answer, Mr. Morehouse slammed the door in Flannery's face. Flannery looked at the door reproachfully. "I take it the consignee don't want to pay for them cabbages," he said. "If I know signs of refusal, the consignee refuses to pay for one dang cabbage leaf, and be hanged to me." Mr. Morgan, the head of the Tariff Department, consulted the president of the Interurban Express Company regarding guinea pigs, as to whether they were pigs or not pigs. The president was inclined to treat the matter lightly. "What is the rate on pigs and on pets?" he asked. "Pigs 30 cents, pets 25, said Morgan. "Then of course guinea pigs are pigs," said the president. "Yes," agreed Morgan, "I look at it that way too. A thing that can come under 2 rates is naturally due to be classed as the higher. But are guinea pigs pigs? Aren't they rabbits?" "Come to think of it," said the president, "I believe they are more like rabbits. Sort of halfway station between pig and rabbit. I think the question is this: are guinea pigs of the domestic pig family? I'll ask Professor Gordon. He is authority on such things. Leave the papers with me." The president put the papers on his desk and wrote a letter to Professor Gordon. Unfortunately, the professor was in South America, collecting zoological specimens, and the letter was forwarded to him by his wife. As the professor was at the highest Andes, where no white man had ever penetrated, the letter was many months in reaching him. The president forgot the guinea pigs, Morgan forgot them, Mr. Morehouse forgot them, but Flannery did not. 1/2 of his time he gave to the duties of his agency, the other half was devoted to the guinea pigs. Long before Professor Gordon received the president's letter, Morgan received one from Flannery. "About them dago pigs," it said. "What shall I do? They are great in family life. No race suicide for them. There are 32 now. Shall I sell them? Do you take this express office for a menagerie? Answer quick." Morgan reached for a telegraph blank and wrote, "Agent Westcote, don't sell pigs." He then wrote Flannery a letter calling his attention to the fact that the pigs were not the property of the company, but were merely being held during a settlement of a dispute regarding rates. He advised Flannery to take the best possible care of them.